Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Donna Loops. In today's tutorial, we're going to crochet a simple amigurumi ball. This is a great project for beginners to practice key skills like working in the round, increasing, how to decrease and how to do invisible decreases, and how to close the ball neatly at the end. As for supplies, you will need a hook, a pair of scissors, a tapestry needle, a stitch marker, or some yarn. I prefer the yarn. If you don't know how to make the loop of the magic ring, you can go and watch my easy step-by-step tutorial video on my channel. If you already mastered the magic ring, you're now ready to follow along with the pattern. Work 6 single crochets into the loop of the magic ring. This is my first single crochet stitch that I made in the loop of the magic ring. So always bring your hook into the loop and beneath the 2 strands of yarn, just like this, and make 6 single crochets in total. When you're done with your first round, pull the tail yarn tight to close the ring. Close the magic ring completely, we still have to close this gap right here. And we're gonna do that by making a slip stitch into the next stitch and chain 1. So the next stitch will be our first stitch that we made actually. And here I'm going into it, and I'm gonna yarn over, pull through, and I'm gonna pull that loop through the other loop like that. And now you can chain 1. And now we're ready to work our next round. For round number 2, we're gonna make an increase in each stitch as we go. This will make our ball wider because we're adding more stitches when we make increases. So for the first stitch, I'm making a single crochet, and then I'm gonna go back into the same stitch and make another one. This will be our first increase. So I made 1 single crochet, and now I'm gonna go back into the same stitch. Not the next one, but the same one right here. And that was my first increase because I worked 2 single crochets into the same stitch. I'll show you one more time. So we'll go into the next stitch right here, insert our hook, yarn over, make a single crochet, and then going back in and making another one. So we just added 2 more stitches that wasn't there before. And an increase in each stitch as you go, that will give you a total of 12 stitches when you're finished. I'm gonna count my stitches to make sure I have a total of 12 stitches. Now it's the time to add your stitch marker or your yarn if that's what you're using. I will add my stitch marker right after my last stitch, so I always know when I do the last stitch of my round. I'm gonna apply my yarn the exact same place, and I'm gonna apply 1 strand of yarn on each side of my magic ring, just like this. And then I'm gonna hold it in place with my thumb. We can now begin round 3, where we're gonna make 1 single crochet and 1 increase 6 times. This means you will make 1 single crochet in the first stitch, then make 2 single crochets in the next stitch, and repeat this pattern all the way around until you have 18 stitches in total. And if you do make any mistakes, remember you can just always pull on your working yarn and go back to where you wanted to start from. I have completed my third round of 18 stitches, and I am now ready to begin on the next round, which is round number 4, where we'll be working 2 single crochets and 1 increase in each stitch, and we'll be repeating this 6 times. So go ahead and make your first single crochet and then your second single crochet, and then in the third stitch we'll be making a increase by adding 2 single crochets into the same stitch. Now keep repeating this pattern until you have 24 stitches in total. And round 4 has now been completed, and we can begin on round number 5. We'll be making 3 single crochets and 1 increase. So 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, 3 single crochet, and an increase in the 4th stitch. So 1, 2, 3, increase. I'm gonna go ahead and make my first single crochet and my second single crochet, and now to my third single crochet, and then an increase. So 1, 2 in the same stitch. Keep repeating this until you have 30 stitches in total. Round number 5 is now finished, and I have 30 stitches in total all around. From round 6 till round 10, we'll work 1 single crochet in each stitch, maintaining a total of 30 stitches as we go. I'm finishing up on round number 10, and I've maintained 30 stitches throughout the last couple of rounds. For round 11, we're gonna make 3 single crochets and 1 invisible decrease, bringing us down to 24 stitches. I'm gonna go ahead and make the first 3 single crochets, and then I'm gonna make a normal decrease first, and after that I will show you the invisible decrease. So in a normal decrease, you would bring your hook into the first stitch from your hook, yarn over and pull through. You would then proceed into the stitch after that and yarn over as well. You would now have 3 loops on your hook, and then you have made a normal decrease. I'm gonna go ahead and make 2 single crochets so you can see how visible the normal decrease is, because in my opinion that is a way too big of a gap you're looking at right there, and it will become quite visible, especially when you do amigurumi and you have to put stuffing in there. So try both methods and see which one you like the most, but I'm going to show you invisible decrease now. You're going to work in the front loops of the next 2 stitches. These are the fronts and these are the back. So put your hook into the first stitch front loop, and then into the front loop of the next stitch. Now you have 3 loops on your hook again, but when you yarn over, you would only pull through the first 2 loops, just like this. Now yarn over again. You have now made your first invisible decrease. So I'm going to go ahead and make 3 single crochets as the pattern says, and show you how you make a invisible decrease one more time before you can go ahead and try it out for yourself. So I'm going to go into the front loop of the first stitch, then the second, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and then continue on. So keep making 3 single crochets and 1 invisible decrease until you're down to 24 stitches. I've now finished round 11 and I have 24 stitches. I can now begin on round 12, where we're gonna make 2 single crochets before we make our invisible decrease, bringing us down to 18 stitches. So I'm gonna go ahead and make 2 single crochets and 1 invisible decrease, repeating this 6 times in total, getting us down to 18 stitches. I just finished off on round number 12 and I have 18 stitches in total. I'm now ready to begin on round 13, where I'm going to make 1 single crochet and 1 invisible decrease. I just made my single crochet and I'm going to go ahead and make 1 invisible decrease. Repeat this until you have 12 stitches in total. Round 13 is now completed and I have 12 stitches. Before I begin on round 14, I'm going to go ahead and stuff our amigurumi ball. So pull on the loop that's on your hook so it gets really big. This is important because once you start stuffing your amigurumi ball, it will expand it and you might lose your loop. So just to avoid that, make the loop big. For our last round, round 14, we're gonna make one invisible decrease in every single stitch as we go, bringing us down from 12 stitches to 6 stitches. When you're finished on round number 14, you should have 6 stitches left. We can now move on how to close our amigurumi ball. Pull on the loop on your hook to make it a bit larger. Then cut your yarn, leaving a long enough tail for sewing. Pull on your loop until the yarn tail goes through. Thread your tapestry needle and weave in the rest of your yarn by only working in the back loops of your stitches. So remember, the front loop was facing ourselves and the back loop would face the inside of your ball. So bring your needle into the loop and pull it through just like this. Let me show you again. So I would put the needle into the back loop and pull it out with the yarn with it. Do this in all of the stitches that you have left, because when you're finished, you will be able to close it in a very easily way, which is just to pull on your yarn. I do this on all of my amigurumi projects, so I would recommend this. Also, I always do a little knot when I'm done to make sure that my yarn is completely secured. You don't have to do this. I just feel, I just feel more safe doing it. So that part is completely optional. So now you will take your tapestry needle and place it inside of your amigurumi ball, pulling it out on the other side with the yarn. Once you've done that, take your yarn and pull it, creating a lot of tension. Now you will take your scissors and cut it as close to your amigurumi ball as possible, like that. Now the remaining yarn will stay inside of your ball. Now you can shape your ball a little bit just to give it a little bit more of a round shape, and it will look like this. So now that we have finished our amigurumi ball, I would love to hear how yours turned out. So please let me know in the comments, and also let me know if there's any other tutorials you would like me to do. Follow and subscribe for more content.